Hello everyone, welcome to the 41st tutorial in the series of Complete Guide to React.js. In this tutorial, we are going to see two phases in the component lifecycle which is remaining. One is nothing but the unmounting phase and the other one is the error phase. I am combining both the phases in a single tutorial because the reason is this particular tutorial going to be very short, and in unmounting and error phase, the method count will also be very less in number. So let us take a look at unmounting phase. In unmounting phase, there is only one method that is present, which would be invoked when unmounting phase is happening. That is nothing but component will unmount. This method is invoked before the component is getting destroyed or unmounted. So there might be a question that arising in your mind, like how to mount and unmount a component. So these things would be covered in the React.js testing tutorial, which I am going to do in upcoming series. And as of now, just take things into practical, that there is a phase called as an unmounting is there, and component will unmount method would be called or invoked when the unmounting phase is happening. And what you should do in the component will unmount is, you should cancel the event request, whichever that is present, as well as if you are allocating any informations into a object. Say for example, in an object you are mounting a component, those contents need to be removed or destroyed. And what you should not do is, in component will unmount method, inside that you should not modify the state or render any information from the props. You can't modify the props, but what are all the things that based on the props you should not do any operations inside component will unmount method. So have it in mind. I'm just going to tell you only the theoretical knowledge over here, and in React.js testing tutorials, I'm going to explaining you detail like what component will unmount does. So that's it from the unmounting phase. We'll take a look at error phase. In error phase, there are two methods that is present. One is get derived state from error, and another one is component did catch. Get derived state from error is static, whereas component did catch is anonymous. Let me take a look at the get derived state from error. The get derived state from error method is taking error as a parameters. What is this error is all about? Say for example, if you are calling a web service, and if the web service is successful, it would be executed in then, and if it is failure, there would be a catch block would be there, and inside that error message or error object would be passed. This particular error object should be sent as an input to this get derived state from error method, and this in turn will return an object having key as error and true, and this would be true only when there is an error. So in detail, we will take a look at this topic in error boundary, which is an advanced version of React.js tutorial, which I am going to explain also in the upcoming tutorials. We will see that in detail. As of now, just keep in your mind that these are all the things that is happening. And the second method in the error phase is, and this comes under the second ranking, which is nothing but component did catch. In component did catch, error is an error and info. These both are the object that is passed as an input to the component did catch method. Error is nothing but the one which we discussed in the previous tutorial, right? Get derived state from error, the parameter which is being passed, the same object needs to be passed over here inside component did catch. And info is an object which will have the information about the component from where it is getting the error has been thrown. So as of now, keep in mind that error phase is having get derived state from error method and component did catch method in which is inbuilt, and it would be invoked immediately when the error had occurred. I'll explain in detail in the error boundary phase. And over here in the unmounting phase, I'll be explaining that in the React.js testing tutorial. So that's it from this tutorial. I'll meet you in the next tutorial with some other new topic. And please feel free to subscribe. And in case of any queries, please post it in the comment. I'll reply you as soon as possible.